Okay, since you touched on the bottoming for Bitcoin, I just wanted to bring up this thing. I don't know if you heard about it. This idea that Germany was selling Bitcoin basically for this entire period that Bitcoin's been going down. That they were selling thousands and thousands of Bitcoins. Let
Hmm.
me just pull that up again. Oop.
Thousands of Bitcoin. Where did these
Yeah, but
holdings come from? Were these forfeited or
yeah,
seizures?
yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly. From I don't know. I didn't actually look into the company. I don't know if it was a scam or they're just doing something that weren't supposed to. But let me just pull up Perplexity here. So the German state of
50,000.
yeah, 50,000 bitcoins. So yeah, from movie2k.to. I wouldn't go there unless you want to download
Yeah,
some
do not
malware.
click
I
that
don't know
link.
exactly. But essentially, the tons of articles were talking about that they're selling essentially billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin,
Mhm.
and they've been doing it. They're not even through. I think they did one third of it or half of it, and that it started essentially at the high of Bitcoin
Hmm.
that we had recently, which to me makes me feel a lot better because, well, we had that plus we had the pullback in liquidity from the Chinese, the PBOC. They just had this massive drain in liquidity, and then you see what's going on with the yen. The yen was plummeting, so clearly there was liquidity issues, like U.S. dollar liquidity issues in the euro dollar system, and so we had this drain in liquidity that coincided with the Bitcoin being sold by Germany. I could understand why the price would fall,
Mhm.
but I'm still expecting uh, 80,000, high 80s for Bitcoin soon. The only thing that is really troubling me is that, well, troubling me. Ken Carson from Kai Volatility was talking about that the next window of weakness for in the option space and the liquidity space is the first 2 weeks of August,
Mhm.
and that these periods can sometimes coincide with massive corrections in markets. But like I was saying before, I would just, for me personally, I'm just going to get in, and if the massive correction does happen, I'd be like, great, it wasn't unanticipated. Now let me get back in, and if it doesn't happen, well, then the rip to the upside as we move into the full swing election season for the United States, populist agenda, fiscal spending, cutting of rates, regardless of whatever the market says, what the economy says, with the rise in unemployment rate, everything to me says money printer will go burr. They're going to print that money, and you want to be just tied onto any asset that's correlated with liquidity, Nasdaq or Bitcoin, and just ride that to wherever it goes.
Mm. Okay. Well, I mean, there's definitely some technicals and fundamentals to kind of back up this potential. So I'm definitely eagerly watching crypto at the moment, and we've got some resistance levels to break and sort of a downward trend line to get past first. But we'll see. This could be interesting.
Well, we didn't close above VWAP. You and I were talking Wednesday about it that we
Mhm.
were looking for a price to just confirm a little bit. It's not doing it
It's
yet.
not quite there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Not quite there.
so would you? I mean, not to say that you're getting into the trade, but you would wait for a close above the weekly VWAP before you even consider like getting into a long position, like if you were to choose a bottom, or
Yeah,
would
I mean, a huge finding for me early on in terms of like improving my trades was finding confirmation. It's not enough just to see the signal. You want to see confirmation of the signal. So I want to see a good close in the direction that I'm hoping for before I'm ready to get in. I'm not so eager to put money at risk if I'm going to lose the trade right away. I'd rather just make the meat in the middle. I don't need the crust.